What are you doing? Oh, oh, oh. Hello and good morning. It is Monday, June 2nd, and I originally wanted to play around and film a week in my life as I deep cleaned the house and just kind of went about my day and kind of just recorded myself and maybe made a fun little video at the end and had some summer video diaries. But this morning at about 11, Chase got the phone call that he got the job, and today is June 2nd. He starts on June 30th, which means it is go time. So exciting, so scary. So I guess this is just gonna turn into part one of the moving diaries. It's going to be a lot of decluttering and cleaning and packing and figuring out what we need. We currently live in a 3-bedroom house in West Texas, and we are going to be downsizing to a 1-bedroom apartment in Chicago. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that needs to be gotten rid of or donated or Facebook Marketplace sold. We might end up having a yard sale in that last week of us being here just to get the rest of it gone. But yeah, so I think he is super freaked out. I am ready to make lists to get stuff done, to start getting things together. I'm excited to find a place so that way I can start ordering things to go to that place. We do have friends in the area, so I think worst case scenario, I can start sending stuff to their apartment and they can maybe hold it for me until we get there, and then I can have it there so that way we can have some other furniture. Because my goal, I feel like I'm really rambling, but there's obviously a lot going on. My goal is to move in my car, Chase's truck, and a U-Haul box truck. And then once we get to Chicago, we will sell Chase's truck and just have my car, because you don't need 2 cars in Chicago. So that's my goal, is to have everything condensed down to those 3 vehicles, which means that I want to get rid of a lot of our furniture and replace it with new furniture. And I want to make sure that we're really only bringing what we want, and we're not bringing like all of this stuff that you just hold on to for no reason. So I think that's what this week is going to be. It's going to be a lot of going through stuff, a lot of posting things on Facebook Marketplace, a lot of trips to Goodwill. So yeah, I already sort of started in the living room going through my yarn because I am destashing so much yarn. I'm just gonna post a bulk like yarn on Facebook Marketplace and just sell that. I already had books listed on Facebook Marketplace for sale, so I drastically discounted those just so that those can go sooner rather than later. Crazy. So I'm gonna go through everything else in my guest room and start posting it. And yeah, very excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I think these are gonna be such fun video diaries for me to look back on. I'm so excited to do this. I think I made this decision at the perfect time. The stars are aligning. I am so excited. I'm really nervous and there's a lot of moving parts, but I have been in a period of uncertainty for so long. We moved to Lubbock almost like a little over a year and a half, like maybe like a year and 8 months ago, and we moved here for him to finish school, and we knew that once he graduated we were moving and going somewhere. We just didn't know where and we didn't know when, and we have been waiting for a yes or no on Chicago for, it feels like forever, but I think it's been probably about 5 months. it's been like in the works for probably about 5 months, but I've just been like in this period of waiting, and I feel like once things got moving interview wise is when it started to get a lot worse than just waiting, because like now things were happening, but they were happening so slowly, and we just had to like wait for a yes or a no instead of like I don't know, it's hard to explain, but this past like month I think has been the hardest for me, because we're so close to the end, and it's a lot. So we're going to go pedal to the metal and figure out everything we need to figure out and move to Chicago from West Texas. So exciting. Once we have an apartment picked out, I will start looking at furniture that I think would fit the apartment. I'll probably try and get the very basic stuff before we move, and then after we move I'll start shopping more specific. So like I want a bed and a bed frame before we move, and a couch before we move, and I think those are like my bare minimums, and then we will go from there. We are making a list. Once Chase gets back, we're gonna make a list of everything that we like, our bare minimum for an apartment, and then like stuff that we would like to have in our budget, and send that to our broker in Chicago, so that way he can start kind of looking for us. Having him there makes such a difference. It takes such a weight off of my shoulders, because we can just send that to him and he can send us places, instead of us like trying to filter apartments.com and like Google and Zillow and like trying to figure everything out without being there. He knows the area really well. He knows what is and isn't available. He knows what is and isn't possible. He has all these connections that we wouldn't have to get deals that like we wouldn't be able to get. So just knowing that like he is there makes such like takes such a weight off of my shoulders. So we're gonna get all of that to him as soon as possible, and yeah, we're just gonna keep marching along, because we have no time to stop, and it's gonna be, oh, you can't see him. What are you doing, Stinky? You sit. Can you sit? Nervous. Anyways, we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna try and film as much of it as possible, just to have these video diaries, and I don't know what I'll do with them. Hopefully post them on YouTube and have them to look back on, but I think it's gonna be super exciting. But yeah, let's get started. Up and posted on Facebook Marketplace, and then I took a very long break, and now I am going to work on this room, which is just a large accumulation of so many things that didn't really have a spot, or I have posted on Facebook Marketplace, or I need to post on Facebook Marketplace, or I need to go through, or I need to sell, or I need to donate. So I'm just gonna go through as much of this room as I can and at least get it sorted out. And then we're getting rid of this dresser, which matches the dresser in our bedroom. And we're getting rid of, there's a bed in here that we're getting rid of. So I want to get the bed cleared off, and we're throwing the mattress away. I want to get the bed cleared off, so that way I can post it on Facebook Marketplace and have that done, and have everything in here dealt with. There's just like so much stuff that I need to go through and figure out what I'm going to So that is my goal for today, is to get that done for the most part. At least have a plan and have this be manageable, because right now it is very much so not manageable. Okay, it is now nighttime. It is 9 o'clock, and I did get a good portion of this room done. There's definitely a lot more that I want to get done tomorrow, but visually I did get a good portion of this room done. It also visually is still a mess. So this is a moving box that I was just using to hold my garbage bag of donation items. So a moving box, I have all my moving boxes that I bought from Home Depot a couple weeks ago stored over here. Over here is more moving boxes. This one's one that has already been built. It is full of bubble wrap. This is another box of bubble wrap and some shipping supplies and like some extra boxes that I've just held on to. This is all stuff that needs to be dealt with. Everything in the closet is stuff that I will be taking with me. So it just needs to be put out of the way until it gets packed up. All of this over here is stuff that I have already put on Facebook Marketplace. Here is all of the yarn I'm currently destashing. There's going to be more. I think I'm probably going to do 2 different like posts on Facebook Marketplace, because all of this I'm getting rid of for sure. And then I have a couple of projects that I want to finish, and so once those are done, I'll get rid of whatever yarn is left, and so I'll do another one. But there is that. And then over here is more yarn. This is the yarn that I'm for sure keeping and taking with me. It is a couple little skeins, this Harry Potter crochet kit, there's an embroidery kit in there, just a couple little things. And then this is the yarn for the projects that I want to work on before we move. There's a blanket that I've started at the bottom there, and then I want to make a hexie cardigan out of this blanket yarn. So all in all, not a terrible job. I think I've definitely made some really good progress. I am currently working on a crochet project right now. I decided to take a break on the packing and work on my crochet project. So I have this working right now, and I'll definitely probably finish this. Probably not same night, but probably tomorrow. It's just a bag that I'm making for a friend of mine. I made her a cardigan out of this yarn, and I have like so much of it left over. So I just decided to use up some of it to make her a bag that'll match. So that'll be finished soon, and then this yarn will go into my second destash Facebook Marketplace post. Good morning. It is Saturday, June 7th. It's about 10 a.m. A lot has happened. On Wednesday, we virtually toured an apartment and we went ahead and applied for it. Wednesday night, I think we got approved. Thursday, we signed our lease, and then yesterday, Friday, we got the official approval for our lease. So we started that process of getting the renter's insurance, getting utilities set up, figuring out what we need in order to be approved to move in, and also kind of what we can start doing now for the new apartment. We started looking at some furniture, kind of trying to get an idea of what we wanted to buy from Facebook Marketplace / what we want to buy new, if we want to kind of splurge on certain things, or if Mitchell if we want to buy stuff out of Facebook Marketplace, if we want to buy stuff now. We're trying to get a idea of the ship dates so that way we can try and get stuff arriving as close to our move-in date as possible, so that it's not just being held, like a couch isn't being held in our apartment complex for like a week. So a lot going on. Also, today I have a bunch of stuff that I want to get done. I have the next 3 days off, so there's a lot of stuff that I want to get done this weekend before I have to go back to work next week. So I am about to go run some errands and pick some stuff up that I have been thinking about needing. The cat is like wandering around, and I want to make sure she doesn't shake my tripod. Anyways, there's a few things that I've had on my mind that I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up today. And I have a bunch of medium-sized boxes, but I want to get small boxes because those medium boxes are bigger than I thought they were, and they get really heavy really fast. So I think I'm gonna use those mostly for clothes and for the kitchen, but for books and things that are heavy, I want small boxes so that they're a little bit easier to move around. There's going to be boys doing the heavy lifting, but even then, also sometimes when those boxes get so heavy, they just rip, like the handles rip. Just making as much noise as possible. So anyways, that is my plan for today, is to run some errands, get the boxes, and start getting some stuff around here packed. There's a bunch of stuff in our spare room that I can just go ahead and pack up and not have to worry about. And then I want to get also the bed in the spare room. I want to get that posted on Facebook Marketplace, and the dresser in the spare room posted on Facebook Marketplace, so that we can get that out of there hopefully in the next couple of days, crossed, and we can start just putting boxes in that room because we already don't use it for anything other than storage. So if we can just pile stuff in there, I think it would be great. So that is the plan. And I am very excited to have a washer and dryer that's going to be behind a door and not just open in my kitchen. So, hello and welcome to Saturday. Okay, I am back home from my errands and I'm sitting on the floor. So Bo wants to be involved. But I went to Walmart and I got a few things. I got a little thing of litter, which just makes it easier to get the cats settled quickly in the hotel and in the apartment as soon as we get there. So both places, as soon as we get to the hotel and as soon as we get to the apartment. I can just pull this out and fill her litter box without having to deal with like the big old tub. And then I got a bunch of these hand towels. This one is a different brand. This one is actually kind of nice. It's not the one that I was thinking of. I got a bunch of these hand towels. They're like $1, maybe $2. Basic solid hand towel that I'm just gonna put in the bottom of her little carrier, so that way she generally pees in her carrier at least once. Can you come over here, please? Can you come over here? Can you come over here? Can you come over here? Okay. She generally pees in her carrier at least once a trip. If longer trips, maybe twice. So this will just make it really easy. I can just pick this up and throw it away and then wipe it down and make sure she's wiped down. And it just is less hassle because there's no way for me to prevent her from peeing. If that's where she wants to go, that's where she's gonna go. And so then, just to be also prepared, I got a shower liner. We have a tub shower in the new apartment. So I got a shower liner so that way we can just start taking showers and not have to worry about splashing everywhere. I'll probably buy a shower curtain later because I'm gonna throw this one away. But I'll worry about that later. I just want to make sure that we have that. And I have hooks. I'll keep the hooks that we have in this bathroom and move that. And I'll just put these in the same place that I put the litter, where it's just like really easy to pull out and hang up. I think when we're packing, my car is going to be the car of all of the essentials. It's gonna have the kids, it's gonna have our overnight stuff, and I think it's gonna have everything that we want to get our hands on immediately. I think that's kind of the best way to pack. And then the truck and the box truck will be like boxes and like stuff that we've packed up that we can wait to unpack. But dog, I kind of wish this was a little lower so we could see your head. And then I got these are glasses wipes. I guess they're anti-fog, which is pretty cool. But I bought these off of Amazon. And then my package got lost, and so it got canceled, and I got refunded. And I just didn't buy them again, but I saw them on an end cap, and I was like, oh, perfect. I just grabbed those, and then I got a hair stopper, kind of random, but the one we have in our shower is obviously used and gross, so I'm just gonna throw it away. That way we have it. We have a... we have a tub shower, like I was saying. So this one, you like take the thing out and you just stick this in there. And I am the problem when it comes to hair shedding. My hair sheds like crazy. Also, I don't wash my hair very often, so when I do wash my hair, I shed a lot. So that is going to be the solution because cleaning drains is disgusting. And then my phone case is falling apart, so I got a new one. I have a 12 Pro Max, which is very old. I think we're on the 17 now. So they just don't make this case anymore because it's so old. And then I got this little tripod because I don't love the tripod that I'm using. When I move it around, I feel like the little like head isn't very stable. And so I'm hoping that this one is. Also, it's a flexible one, so I can put it in my car and I can vlog in my car without having to hold my phone and hope that it's not shaking. All in all, great success. Oh, and I almost forgot, they're off to the side. I got small boxes. So I got 5 of them because I don't want to go too crazy. So we could always go buy more. And I guess we can always get rid of them, but there we go. There we go. Period. Anyways, that is my pre-moving haul. One of many, I'm sure. But I really wanted to make sure that I had everything for the cat ready. Also, this is not trash. These are donation bags. So these 2 bags and that are going to be donated. And then this is for Mitch. She plays in the boxes. So I don't just have, it's not just trash sitting around. It just needs to be donated. Anyways, I'm not worried about the dog. He's gonna be fine. I'm worried about her. He's not gonna poop in my car. I'm gonna take him on walks at the gas station. He's gonna be fine. All he needs is food. I'm worried about the cat and her So my next thing that I'm going to look for a very small tub that I can use as a litter box in the hotel, and then either just get rid of or use for something else. I don't want to have to deal with setting up her whole big old litter box in the hotel because that's just a lot. I would rather pack her stuff into the litter box. But if I just have this little tub, like I can just set that out, and that's what I did when we moved to and from Florida. I just had this little like white, it was like this big, and I just put a little litter at the bottom so she had something. That's my goal, to find something like that. And also she loves cardboard scratchers, so I want to have a cardboard scratcher ready to set up for her, probably in the hotel, just so that she has something to like enrich herself if she wants, and also to set up immediately in the apartment as well. I think she uses it almost to like regulate, like whenever people come home or she gets really excited, she kind of runs over and scratches at it. So if that is the case and she is using it to regulate and like get excited, then I want her to have something when she shows up in a brand new place after being in a car for 2 days straight. So that is me overly worrying about my cat. Okay, I am about to start packing, and Bo is interested in what I'm doing. I'm about to start packing up this room. I'll do a like once over of what it looks like now. This is definitely not the worst state it's been in, also far from the best. But I'm gonna do a once over of it right now. My goal is to get the bed cleared off, to get the mattress out and thrown away because the mattress is gross. I'm not gonna like try and give that away or anything. I'm just gonna put it in the alley. To pack up all of my books into the boxes so that those are ready to move, and to get pictures of this bed posted on Facebook so that I can take this bed apart and it's not taking up the entire room. So that way, as I start having stuff to like, having boxes to stack and put away, I can just like, I have space. So anyways, that is my plan. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Also, another thing that I think I'm gonna do is take everything that we are selling out of the room. Everything that I have listed on Facebook Marketplace right now, I'm gonna take out of the room and put it in our living room for now. Obviously I don't want it in the living room, but I can live with that for like 2 weeks. So I'm gonna put it in the living room to have for now. And then that way this room is only stuff that we're taking, plus the dresser, because I don't really want to move the dresser into the living room. That is a big undertaking. So that is the plan. It's all very backwards, all around. But the first thing I'm gonna do is take everything that is on Facebook Marketplace that is being sold and or donated and putting it into the living room. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, I have a bunch of stuff in here that I need to go through, figure out what I need to do with. Some of it just needs to be put away and packed later. But nothing in this room needs to be out anymore. Everything in this room I can live without until July. So it's 4:42. Let's see how this goes.
This is so comfy cozy. Is this the Mitchell girls' room? Is this the Mitchell girls' room? This sweetie girl. She's literally like she had other places on the bed to lay, despite the mess. She likes it right there.
Okay, that is everything I think that is in here that I'm selling and or getting rid of. So I'm gonna flip this around so I'm filming it on my back camera because I don't know how to doing. Silly girl. And then I'll start dealing with the stuff on the bed, I think is my next plan. Okay, so I just finished taking everything out of the room that is currently on Facebook Marketplace. I cleared off the bed, I took off all the bedding. I'm gonna wash. I'm probably gonna donate a lot of it, and then there's like 1 or 2 things that I'm gonna keep, but I'm going to wash it all before I donate it or pack it or whatever. So I have that set to the side to throw in the washer next. And then I took the mattress off because I'm not including the mattress in the bed. So I was like, oh, I'll take pictures without the mattress. But I have so much stuff underneath the bed. So now I'm gonna have to deal with all of that, which I did not anticipate having to do, but it's fine because I'll just like put it out of the way. So that way when I take the pictures, it's like not in the pictures, I guess. Just a step I didn't see coming. So anyways, also I don't know if I can take this bed apart myself. I'm crossing my fingers that I can, and I'm sure I'm capable of it, but I'm more so I don't know if I want to. Also, I did take the mattress out, but I think I might wait for Chase to come home to help me take the mattress to the alley. Just because mattresses are really awkward to move. There's like nowhere to hold it easily. So like I can take it off the bed and like slide it around my house, but like I'm gonna be like sloughing it through the backyard all the way to the alley. So also Mitchell's in a playful mood. Anyways, I guess I'll clean out underneath the bed and then take pictures of the bed and then take it apart and go from there. I know, Stinky, it's okay. It's okay, just got a bunch of my bookshelf packed away into those 2 boxes. I got all the books up there, and then filming to my front camera, lol. I got these 2 shelves cleared off, and then I just have these Sarah J. Maas hardbacks left to pack, and then I have a box in the back of that closet that's full of books. But it's about the same size as these boxes, so I didn't see a point in like moving books over. And then I just have these books, and I will just put those in a different box of stuff. markers, but it was a lot of like up and down, and it's a lot of like weirdly shaped things. So I ended up just putting everything on the floor, and then I'm gonna go from there and pack it, and I'm pretty sure I can get everything in there. I just need to know what I'm putting in it. Also, I have a bunch of markers in boxes, so I think I'm gonna take those out of the box and put them into like pencil bags and Ziploc bags, just so that they're like more like meldable and they're not like stuck in a box. And so I think that is gonna be my next step, packing this box. There's a bunch of stuff on top of chest of drawers too that I need to deal with and pack away. So I'm gonna see how much stuff, like loose stuff in this room, I can get into this one medium-sized box. It's gonna be very interestingly packed and probably should be on the top. I think it's gonna be very crushable. But that's okay, because everything's gonna be in the box, and that's what matters.